Allah Azza wa Jalla gave the example, مَثَلُ الَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ أَمْوَالَهُمْ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ كَمَّثَلِ حَبَّةٍ أَنْبَتَتْ سَبْعَ سَنَابِلَ فِي كُلِّ سُنْبُلَةٍ مِئَةُ حَبَّةٍ وَاللَّهُ يُضَاعِفُ لِمَنْ يَشَاءُ وَاللَّهُ وَاسِعٌ عَلِيمٌ. The example of those who spend their wealth on the path of Allah is similar to a grain which has supported 7 ears of wheat, and each ear contains 100 grains, and Allah may increase this manifolds for whomsoever He desires, and Allah is all encompassing, all knowing. This is the example of those people who spend their wealth for the cause of Allah. Allah Azza wa Jal gives them reward. How much reward Allah gives them? Allah Azza wa Jal has mentioned in this ayah. The money, the rupee which has been spent for the cause of Allah, that is like a seed. As one seed is sown, and that brings 7 ears of wheat, and in each ear there are 100 grains. So it means the reward of one seed is 700 grains. One grain was sown in the field, and Allah Azza wa Jal gives 700 grains. So similarly, the person who spent 1 rupee, 1 penny in the path of Allah, Allah makes that 100 times more, 700 times more. So Allah Azza wa Jal increases the reward of those people who spend their wealth in the path of Allah. And that is not the end. I mean, just 700 times more than the original one, that is not the end. Allah may increase more than that. وَاللَّهُ يُضَاعِفُ لِمَنْ يَشَاءُ وَاللَّهُ وَاسِعٌ عَلِيمٌ. Allah may increase more than that, more than 700 times. Then Allah Azza wa Jal mentioned some manners of giving charity, because everything has its manners, and spending, giving charity is a very rewarding and rewardable thing, but it has some manners as well. Because sometimes what happens when we give something to someone, so then we in future we remind him of that favor what we have given to him, and sometimes we mention that favor in front of other people, that this was the poor person, I have helped him, I supported him that time, and he was in trouble, I removed his problem. So in front of other people, when sometimes we mention, so it injures the feelings of that person, it hurts him. And sometimes on some occasions we directly hurt that person, that what was your worth, and who are you? You are a poor guy, you are nothing, you are in trouble and problems. I was that person who removes your problems, I supported you, I helped you, otherwise you remained in trouble for your whole life. So you are under the debt of my favors and bounties, you are under the debt of my wealth. So sometimes when these such words are said, it hurts and injures the people. Allah Azza wa Jalla has taught us these manners in this place. Means such things must not happen. These must not said to those people who gain our favor. So Allah Azza wa Jalla said, الَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ أَمْوَالَهُمْ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ ثُمَّ لَا يُتْبِعُونَ مَا أَنْفَقُوا مَنًّا وَلَا أَذًى لَهُمْ أَجْرُهُمْ عِنْدَ رَبِّهِمْ وَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. Those people, those who spend their wealth on the path of Allah, and after spending they do not boast of their favors, not taunt, their reward is with their Lord. They shall have no fear, nor shall they grieve. Means those people who want to get reward from the court of Allah after spending their wealth in the cause of Allah, they can get their reward when they never commit these two sins, mannan wala adan, reminding them of their favors and injuring them, hurting them, teasing them, irritating them, mentioning their favors in front of other people. So if they don't commit these two sins, so then they will get reward from the court of Allah. Lahum ajruhum inda rabbihim wala khawfun alayhim wala hum yahzanun. So then they have their reward with Allah, and then there wouldn't be any fear, and there wouldn't be any grief for them on the day of judgment. When ثُمَّ لَا يُتْبِعُونَ مَا أَنْفَقُوا مَنًّا وَلَا أَذًى, when they never commit these two sins. If someone commits even one of these two sins, he will lose the reward of his charity. That's why it is very important, because now we observe with our own eyes the people give charity and they give favors to their relatives, to their friend, to their neighbor, to their colleague, sometimes to their employees. But then with the passage of time again and again, so they are used to remind them of their favors to their neighbors, to their relatives, to their colleagues, to their employees. So they remind them of their favors. So that is not appropriate. Even that is sin, and it wastes the reward of their charity. And if someone doesn't give his wealth in charity, and instead of that he speaks good words, that is better than that charity. As Allah mentioned in the next ayah, قَوْلٌ مَعْرُوفٌ وَمَغْفِرَةٌ خَيْرٌ مِّن صَدَقَةٍ يَتْبَعُهَا أَذًى وَاللَّهُ غَنِيٌّ حَلِيمٌ. To speak kind words and to forgive is better than that charity which is followed by causing anguish, and Allah is the independent, most forbearing. So Allah is describing to speak kind words means instead of giving charity to other people, if you don't want to give him, so then speak good words. Say that, may Allah bless you, may Allah remove your problems, may Allah give you his bounties. So speaking these words are better than that charity which is followed by teasing, by irritating and hurting and reminding them of their favors. So this kind of speaking good words are better. Kind words are better than that charity. قَوْلٌ مَعْرُوفٌ وَمَغْفِرَةٌ, and forgiving the faults of other people is better than that charity. Forgiving the faults of others is better than that charity. Now in the next ayah, Allah has commanded in very open words about the forbidding of boasting and irritating and hurting other people. Allah said, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu la tubtilu sadaqatikum bil manni wal adha kalladhi yunfiqu malahu ri'a an-nasi wa la yu'minu billahi wal yawmil akhir فَمَثَلُهُ كَمَثَلِ صَفْوَانٍ عَلَيْهِ تُرَابٌ فَأَصَابَهُ وَابِلٌ فَتَرَكَهُ صَلَّى لَا يَقْدِرُونَ عَلَى شَيْءٍ مِّمَّا كَسَبُوا وَاللَّهُ لَا يَهْدِي الْقَوْمَ الْكَافِرِينَ. O believers, do not invalidate your charity by boasting of favors conferred and causing anguish, like one who spends his wealth to show off to people, and who believes not in Allah and the last day. His example is similar to that of a smooth rock covered with dust, and then heavy rain fell on it, leaving it a bare rock. They will not have control over whatever they have earned, and Allah does not guide the disbelievers. So in open words, Allah has told us that if you boast of your favors, and if you irritate and tease and hurt other people, in this way you will invalidate your charities, means you will lose the reward of your charities. And then Allah mentioned the example of those people who don't believe in Allah. As the charity of those people who don't believe in Allah, their charity is invalid and they will never get any reward. And then those people who spend for showing off, to show the people, to be seen by the people, as their charity is invalid and batil, and they will never get any reward. So similarly, those people will never get any reward who give their charity and then tease and then boast of their favors. So they will invalidate, their reward would be go in vain.
We love Madani Channel. We love Madani Channel. We love Madani Channel.